Well, this one's kind of hard to do because it's all over the place. You got every different side telling stories. And the reason why is because here's the gist of it. I met French, knew French. He's a good dude initially. You know what I'm saying? He's a nice dude. We hung out, had a great time. And dude initially is a good dude. From what you get the vibe of, he's really cool. But when it comes to rap, he's more of a feature artist than he is a main artist. And his luck is that he got success on his own with the one hit song that he had. And that's why when Floyd was fighting Canelo, he was hanging out with French at the time. French was cool with him. Can't tell me nothing. What's that song? I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Ain't worried about nothing. Nah, I ain't worried about nothing. So, when he was doing Ain't Worried About Nothing, that put him out on the spotlight. French had been around rapping for years. Nobody was paying attention. But he's more of a feature artist. So now you done put him out as this mainstream artist. You know, business-wise, his team is good. He was able to maximize and get a lot of money for his work. But this dude got monkeys on his back, monkeys with chains on their neck. I'm like, what in the world is going on around here? This foolery need to stop. This boy, I'm like, hey, as part of his marketing, he was doing all this, but he was barely putting out music. You know, he'll be on somebody featuring French Montana. And I knew it. I said, well, this guy ain't made for that. So when this MC4 was coming out and he signed with BadBoy and Epic Records and he got that deal, what people don't know is that he owns all of his publishing. He came in and got his, he told Puffy, look, I want to keep my publishing. Puffy told him, cool, you keep it. So he came in with his publishing deal. Now, BadBoy and Epic, see, the problem is Epic wants to be mostly in control with L.A. Reid and all of these different things that's happening there with the business of how they want to run things compared to what's actually happening. You know, as far as how to structure what French Montana is and promote it and get it out the right way. When the album was first supposed to be released, they had too many singles that was out. Like, you had Kanye West and Nas on Figure It Out. You got Kanye West and Nas on a track called Figure It Out, and you couldn't figure that out? Tell me you didn't hear that song. Then you hear, you know, you got Lockjaw with Kodak Black. Okay? That's leaked out. Then you got No Shopping that came along. So every song you've heard of French Montana, it was all French Montana and somebody else. Nothing on his own. Nothing, just French Montana. So what you're saying is we got an artist who's basically a feature artist, but we got to promote him as a solo artist. If you look at the 13 songs that's on the album, not counting the intro, 8 of them is with features. And I mean, it's some of the best feature work in the game. You got A$AP Rocky, Jeezy, Drake, come on, Miguel, Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss, Styles P. Are you kidding me? Max B and Chinks, Kanye West, Nas, and y'all don't know how to promote the album? Y'all don't know how to release a single? This album should have dropped right after No Shopping Buzz came out. When No Shopping Buzz came out, the album should have came out that week or the week after. No album. That was their stupidity. And the problem is, L.A. Reid didn't like the album. He's like, this is going to die out. We need to have a big rollout for French. And then when they were set to go, French ready to pull the plug. He was mad, L.A. Reid. So they shelved the album. They were like, look, we done. We done with French. We're not really making no money off French Montana anyway. Just shelved the album. But what happened is retail stores got it first. Because see, what retail do is they pay for the money up front for the record and they put it in their stores. So it was already shipped and on their way to them. So they already had it. So you can't tell them don't put the record out when they bought it. They got it, they bought it, they're going to do what they want to with it. So when they talking about we ain't going to put it out, I'm walking past it in the stores. Right when this talk is going on, I'm looking right at MC4 in the stores. I'm in Walmart looking right at it. I'm like, well, there's the CD right there. It's MC4 right there. So why are they talking about on the internet they finna just destroy the album? And they finna just drop French from the label. Because French wants to go an independent route now. An indie route, which was better for him anyway. He got all his publishing. Go on and do that. You don't need a major for what you doing. But see, in an indie, you got to work more. But what they tried to do was make him a feature artist, and he's not. So you need to kick that monkey off your back, get in the studio, and start making some songs and go to work. But he's trying to waiting on Max B to get out so he can go out and get Max to help him out, him and Chinks, you know, because French is the guy you got to help out. You got to help him. And then he'll rap, you know, he'll come up with his lines and everything else, but he needs direction. He can't be out there leading. That ain't his thing. Sipping on the drink, nothing. All about the moolah, all about the moolah. Word to the bird, I ain't never take a first shopping. I was like, and you don't drop after that? It's like, wow. What was you waiting for? I don't care if the album was doo-doo done snot. You got a hit single. And you got about 3 more singles you can make a hit just off the features. Think of all the money you done forked out on these features. And you just gonna shelve the album? That makes you look stupid. Man, I mean, sometimes I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But you never, you know, that's people's fault. You know? That's people's fault. That's people who try to put business before common sense. And when you got common sense, you understand things better. That's just the way I think of it. I think if you could just see things for what they are. For me, it comes easy. It was like, you ain't got no allegiance, man. I mean, you can't fit me in a box. That's one thing. You can't fit me in a box. And just be like, yeah, that's him. He right in the box. Nah, it ain't gonna work that way. I tell you exactly how I feel about the situation. Not based on how many people are going for the situation, how many people are against the situation, how many people say this situation. I tell you the situation at hand. So what do y'all think of MC4 period? I'm very curious to know. What do y'all think about the album? I thought the album is very mediocre, but it was great for what French Montana is. He's not going to win MC of the Year. He had a couple of club songs on there. But yes, this album was going to drop appeal once something else comes out. But you missed the window to really make something out of it and get a couple of spins and downloads before it became a dull, loud album. I'm out.